One of the biggest reasons people have a hard time believing in God is because they wonder, if God does exist, why do bad things happen? We live in a world full of hate, war, pain and disease. And there's so much suffering in the world on a global scale. And personally, we've all experienced loss and hurt in some way or another. And we've all found ourselves asking God, why? And even people who don't believe in God ask him why when something bad happens. So, why do bad things happen? God gives mankind free will. He gives people the ability to choose. He doesn't want us to be mindless robots that only know how to do good. But unfortunately, this free will has been abused, and mankind has been the cause for many worldwide problems. We hear about poverty and starvation, and then blame God for not doing something about it. But actually, research tells us there's enough food on this planet to see every person fed in abundance. But also, there's enough money to see every person live a life of great wealth. It is a fact that there are more resources than we need, and yet we blame God for the bad stewardship of mankind. We also ask God, why is there war? And yet it's mankind who started wars, not God. Humanity makes a mess, creates tragedy, and then asks God why he let it happen. We want free will, to be able to reject God. Then we expect God to dictate our decisions and force everyone to do good. Also, it means if God exists, then Satan exists as well. We find it hard to imagine Satan being real. We see him as this fictional character, this big red man with a goatee. But when we see the evil in our world, it's not so hard to believe in the existence of Satan. The Bible says that Satan wants to steal, kill, and destroy. Satan is the one who wants to bring pain and suffering into our lives, not God. You might be going through something right now that seems too much to bear. It's one of the greatest storms you've ever had to face. Let me tell you this, God did not send it your way. And in fact, he wants to help you. The ironic thing is, when something awful happens, we blame God and push him away, when actually, God is the very thing we need in that situation, the one who will comfort us and carry us through. Picture this, a little girl is running in the park. She falls over, scrapes her knee and is bleeding. Her dad rushes over. He picks her up, wipes her wounds and comforts her. Was the pain she felt her fault? No. Was it her dad's fault? No. In her pain and confusion, she doesn't point her finger at her dad and ask, why did you let this happen? She understands that her dad loves her, that he wants to help her, that he wants to bring good into that situation. It's the same with us and God. Things happen to us that aren't our fault, and they aren't God's fault. We can either push God away and get angry at him, or we can let him bring good into our situation, to let him pull us through our greatest struggles. When we really take a step back, really, the good in our world outweighs the bad. Have you ever asked, why do good things happen? Like when you fall in love, or when a baby's born, or when you laugh so much you end up crying. Or you see that epic sunrise, or taste an amazing meal, or when you see someone's face in that powerful act of kindness. How can God not exist when there's so much good in our world?